Terry Brandt's here with you today, assistant wrestling coach, University of Iowa, here to teach you about counter offense. Counter offense, front headlocks, down block reshots, etc. Anything you can think of that way. Really fired up to be working with Fanatic Wrestling. We are propelling the United States to become the greatest wrestling country in the world, where we already are. We need to continue to even widen the gap further. Every year, every Olympic cycle. We're going to talk about pressure built into our wrestling right now. Basically, when you talk about counter offense, pressure keeps my opponent from being able to attack me. A basic hand fight or a basic pressure is if he's inside where he wants to be on me, and he can go ahead and just get a shot off again, and I'm not set, that's where my counter offense can all go haywire right away. So the pressure comes even off that first whistle, and we shake, and I wrestle, I pressure with short circles in, like we're in here, or if he pushes off of me, push off of me. He pushes off of me in there, no, I push off of me. Right there, he pushes me away, then I can circle again and get into it. Those kind of things there. That pressure, hands down, stalking when my hands aren't on, attacking at the wrists, attacking at the fingers, and then working up to where I want to be with my inside tie, which is usually inside head tie, opposite side lead leg. So if the lefty gets to be like right here. Right there, then I'm set up. If he's hand fighting with me, I keep him in there and I wrestle and I get that. You notice right there, like when he pummeled, I didn't back out. I'm in here, he pummels, I snap him and I keep that inside tie. And then that's where I can start to get my offense on. And if my counter offense at the very, very beginning is solid, then I'm going to have my opportunities for offense. Style is, everybody talks about, like, especially here at Iowa, everybody talks about, it's Iowa style. Iowa style is individual style. Iowa style is X athlete style, Y athlete style, Z athlete style, A athlete style, B athlete style, if you understand. It's not like a style that we try to get our guys to do. So that's a massive concept right now, because if you think of style as something that doesn't fit what you're about, then your ability to be able to perform counter offense or execute counter offense when you're under attack is going to be hampered. Your skill set is going to be lost in the fact that, I got to wrestle a certain way. If I like to have space, I can't always have space because it's passive, but if I like to have space, there's a lot of ways to do that here. There's a lot of ways to do that. And when I think of that, I think of a guy like Henry Cejudo, where he had the ability to be able to hit when he had hands on and hands off, and that was his style, was his speed. And so he took advantage of that. And that's really what we're talking about here. So when you think about the things that we're going to talk about today, it's not the Iowa style. It's not about, like, just because Terry Brandt grabs guys and I like to be here, I could be here. I could be here. I could be here. There's so many things that I could do from any position. That's what makes wrestling so awesome. The other thing that I want to hit on that is even a guy like, you think of, I guess a guy like John Smith, where he was low ankle, he was known for that. The guy was so physical. And that's what you got to understand about that style is your style is what you impose on your opponent to keep him from attacking you. This is more of a talking message right now. but that's what style is. It's your ability to keep your opponent from attacking you. That's where counter offense starts. We're going to talk about a stalk drill here. And basically, it can be off a whistle or it can be off of a position where he gets me off of where I want to be. So just clear my elbow. He clears my elbow, and I'm obviously out of position. I got to be able to get back into it. So I'm going to stalk him with my hands down. And what happens a lot of times is when you're in here and he passes, let's say he just passed me off there, and then we get frustrated or we lose where we were at, so then we reach and our hands come up and we get into some really, really difficult spots where, remember what counter offense is. Counter offense is my ability to keep my opponent under attack even when he attacks me. That's my philosophy. So that's kind of where we're teaching from. So I'm in here, my stalk drill, let's say it's right off the whistle, boom, whistle, boom. See, I'm down here and I'm into it with that pressure. In those short circles that I talked about in there, where I'm not circling like I'm on this circle. See that? I don't circle like this. I circle into him and I cut off and I get that pressure. And I keep him under attack. That keeps him from being able to get where he wants to be, where he can attack me. So basically the drill would look like this. Go ahead. Just right in here. Just right in here. I'm just down in there. I'm just down in there. See that? I'm down in there. And if he shoots, it's on my terms. If he attacks me, it's on my terms. I dictate that when I'm moving and I'm pressuring my opponent, that he is under attack even when he attacks me. I'm not waiting. If he fakes, and I'm doing this, and he fakes, and I'm doing that, and your athletes are doing that, that's where you step in. Or as an athlete, could be watching. That's where I got to change that reaction, that neural network in my brain. I have to be, when he fakes, and I'm down, and I'm into him, and I'm not waiting for him there. That's a big, big piece of this, and that's kind of where it all starts. We're going to talk about the fundamental of defending. When I talk about defending, I'm talking about when he is, do I dare say, dumb enough to attack me, put me under attack. That's the mindset that I have as a competitor, is when I'm wrestling and he puts me under attack, he's got to be a fool. And I don't think that way cocky. I think that way in that's how ready to go I have to be. So my fundamental ability to defend is when I'm wrestling, obviously your stance, your ability to move while you're down in your stance, your ability to be able to keep your head, hands, hips in that order. In that order. If he attacks me, and he go ahead and attack, and I beat him here. See, he didn't beat my hands yet. That's a good thing. If he beats my hands, then I got to get my head down. If he beats my hands and my head, then I got to get my hands down. See that? And that's, again, all these concepts are super important, but that's really where it's at. So when I'm stalking and I'm into it and he attacks me, see, it's like, go ahead. Just like get away, like fake and attack. So right there's my hand. There's my hand. Or I'm reaching for those hands and he attacks me, there's my hands. Even though I'm dropping my hips, he never got past my hands. And that's deadly. That's a deadly wrestling skill for me as far as starting to put points on the board off of his offense. The other thing that we can talk about here is if he gets past my hands, he's going to get to the down block. See, he's into me. Hands, head, keep coming. Now I drop my hips. So I miss my down block. I'm dropping my hips. I didn't mean to miss my down block right there. I wanted to get that down block for the camera, but I didn't. But see, I was still in position. Because when he attacks me, it's not like this. If you notice that response, if you go back and just watch that response again, watch it in slow motion. See, That's no different than me lunging. That's no different than me reaching. It's even if he gets past me, I drop my hips. See that he's taking all my weight right there. He attacks, there's my down blow. And immediately I turn him to where I can attack him. He attacks me, there's my down block. He got past my head, I immediately get him to where I can attack him. He attacks me, there's my hand right there. He attacks me, there's my hands, my down block right there. See that? He attacks me, get a good shot at me. Boom, right there, see I'm down. I'm in, but I'm letting gravity have my hips, and as much as I'm in, I gotta give ground also. And when you learn that, then that's kind of the keys to where this stuff all starts. Okay, so we're going to talk about the fundamental side of counter offense, but how to shadow wrestle. So many times, I remember this when I was at the NCAA tournament in Des Moines a few years back, and I was watching this team warm up, and they were shadow wrestling, and there's a lot of shadowing. When I shadow wrestle, it's so much, for most people, it's so much different than actual wrestling. Like when I'm shadow wrestling, it's in here, guys are going like this, and then they're throwing their hips back, and then they're circling. And if you think about it, if you had an opponent, and I wrestled like that, I was just in here, and I was doing this, and I was doing that, and he shoots, and I throw my legs back, and then I circle. I'm not really visualizing, you're good, I'm not really visualizing what the actual wrestling feels like, what it actually tastes like, what it actually smells like, what it actually looks like. So when I shadow wrestle, I make that a huge part, that visualization in there. I'm moving, we shake hands, the whistle blows. I'm shadow wrestling. There's my circle, where that circle pressure comes in there. Boom, I'm in there. He attacks, maybe he doesn't get past my hand. He attacks, maybe he does get past my hands. I drop down block in there. He attacks, and I'm going to get to my hip. If he attacks a right-handed single to my left leg, I'm going to get to my hip and turn that over. See how I'm wrestling in here? It's real. It's real. Boom, I'm in there. He got me to bring my back leg up. High crotch coming. Bam, I drop. And I wrestle off it. Now I'm into it. Now there's that stalk drill again. That will lead to, for the athletes and the coaches, you want your athletes to be able to visualize. You want your athletes to be able to be trained to see and wrestle their opponent when they're shadow wrestling. So take note of that. So we're going to talk about how to do counter offense drills. Let's say I'm working on defending a single to my left leg. Okay? He attacks me. As a coach, as an athlete, what's wrong there? What's wrong there? I'm working on defending this leg. What's wrong here? I'm working on defending this leg. What's wrong here? Hit your left-handed high crotch. I'm working on defending that leg. What's wrong there? I'm working on defending his left-handed single. Go ahead. What's wrong there? I'm working on defending his right-handed single. What's wrong there? What's wrong there is, in my opinion, everybody does it. They're waiting. They're not implementing their style. They're not implementing visualization, mental toughness program, their mental toughness program. What I want to do is I want to wrestle him without going live. I don't want to have him feel any kind of tension where, let's just back that up. Let's talk about his drilling. This is where really the awareness of counter offense starts. So let's say he's drilling, just drill your right-handed single to your out position. All right. So right here, he attacks. Right there. See? Oh, go again. Just keep going. Go again. See, my feet are moving. Go again. My feet are moving. He doesn't feel resistance. Do you feel resistance? No, dear? He doesn't feel resistance, but look at what I'm doing. And even where he wanted his hands, rewind. Even, see, I'm giving him where he wants his hands. But in my head, it's here. That's in my head. And when he hits that single, it's here. It's here. That's in my head. But this is what it's doing. I'm not waiting. See my feet? Even when he delayed, I'm not. Just delay again. Delay. Don't delay. So even delay, just kind of grab me and kind of hold me before you go. See, my feet are moving. I'm putting myself in huge risk right there from a learning point of view. From a learning point. I'm in here. If he's drilling, so I did my shots. Now he does this shot. See my feet? See my feet? Go ahead. When you're ready. See my feet? In my head. In my head. Go to your high crotch. See my feet? Don't take on the other side. See my feet? See my feet? See my feet? See my position? I'm not like this. Okay, it's your turn to drill. What time is it? And coaches, you all know what I'm talking about there. It's very, very frustrating. Athletes, that's the focus. That's the focus. That's another prime staple of that Olympic tier. Okay, so to stop attacks, we talked about that in previous parts of the film or previous clips. And now we're going to talk about when a guy's in deep on me. I'm going to work backwards out of this. So I'm going to put myself in the worst position possible and then work back all the way to the end of this video. It'll work all the way back to where I'm actually snapping into my offense. We're not there. We're not even close to that yet. So right now, he's in on a double. So he's just going to start right there. This drill right here is probably one of my favorites for the incoming guys because it teaches them that when a guy's in on you, and so many times, and this isn't wrong, but so many times when we talk about counter offense, the coach talks about when he shoots, hit him with your hips. And that's a great concept. But we hit him with our hips, and then we keep hitting him with our hips, and we're like this. Now go ahead and run it just plainly. See that? See that? That's very, very difficult for me right there. As opposed to, boom, he hits, and he didn't get past my hands. And right now, what I got to do is I got to really learn how to relax. And I got to be pulling G's. I got to be getting my hips. I got to be 3 times, 4 times my weight. And I got to be able to be into it with my hips and away from him with my legs. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't, but it does make sense if you're a wrestling-minded guy. So when he's in on me, they get past my hands. This is where I have guys start. I'm relaxed. I'm chill. He's got my hands trapped. And I want you to just plant me. Go ahead. Go. Oh, that didn't work so good. All right, so now we're going to go again. So what would I coach that guy right there that just did that? Okay, so he has to be able to drop his hips. See, if I'm going in, that's going to raise. If I drive right now, that's going to raise he feels that. Like that's good for him. I want to go this way, this way, this way, this way. See that? And because I've taken your hands away from you, I'm not focused on this. I'm focused only on my ability to be able to stretch his body by giving gravity the whole, whatever you want to call it. I'm giving gravity all the credit right here. It's my ability to relax. It's my ability to relax in here. Okay, so here's the drill. Here's the drill. You're gonna say go. You're gonna say go when I give you the nod. So he's in on a double. Okay, go ahead. Right there. I want you to finish. Okay, you're gonna say go. Go ahead whenever you're ready. See that? Gonna do it again. Watch my hips. See my hip? Finish. See my hips? Everything's, I'm digging this way with my feet. He's pulling me in. Man, do I want to do this. Especially you guys that haven't learned the skill yet. Man, do I want to do that. But I'm doing this. And while I'm doing that, I'm just dropping my hips. And one thing that can help you there is when you're in there, and you go ahead, I push my hands to the mat. I push my hands to the mat in a way. So the closer we get, I'm in here. I've taken your hands away, but I've made you deadly with your hips. In wrestling. Deadly in wrestling. Go ahead, we'll go one more. Okay, but I want you to go live. I want you to finish. All right, I'm going to let you do one, so you got to finish. You got too big of a bite on me. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be hundreds of reps like that. Okay? Down, 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 down. See, when he pushed with your head, he pushed with his head. I countered that by coming back across his head. When he pushed with his head, I didn't try to run out this way. Finish. See that? When he pushed with his head, push with your head, I come back across his head. Can you see it? Can you see it? That's huge. Keep coming. Keep coming. See, it looks like I'm not because he's getting that edge on me. But the pressure is so big against him. It's just a matter of time. Right there. And then you're going to learn how to get your hands in there. And you're going to learn how to run a front headlock. You're going to learn a lot about counter offense right there. Guys in deep on a single, I'm on my feet. All right, he might be on his feet, he might be down here, either way. So again, coach, when you start here, you can have a whistle or a voice, and you can say go, or when you're working on it, like if I come in here at night and I'm working on it with my partner when there's nobody else in the room, my individual development, which is the most important development, by the way. My individual development right here is, I would be in here and then I'm going to give him the jump. I'm going to give him the jump. I always want to give him the advantage in these skills and drills because I want to be prepared for the best freaking guy in the world that when he hits me, I'm ready for him. And if he's in on that single and I'm like this, I might be able to beat him a lot easier than I kind of give him the nod. But now remember what I said. Did you see how I caught him? Remember what I said a couple of clips back up where I was talking about where I don't just stand there and let him have me. Look at what I'm doing when he's getting in on that single. See, in my brain, in my visualization, in my mental toughness program, I beat him. See that? So now when he gets in there, he's just going to start. I'm going to kind of give him the nod. So whenever you're ready, I'm going to see, there it is. There it is. Now notice what I'm doing. Very similar to the double. It's very similar to the high crotch. I'm going as I drop. Yeah, look at my. If he moved right now, just move out of the way. No, just move, just let go and move. No, let go of the leg. Stay there, grab it. Now I want you to just get away from it. That's the pressure. That's the pressure. I'm giving him everything, and I am so relaxed. And I can feel the more relaxed I am, the more I can feel his flex. And the more relaxed I am, the more I can flex. It's like if you make a bicep and you're flexing it, and then your coach goes flex, and you can't anymore. But if I'm loose, and then he says, I can flex. And it's the same thing in wrestling. When he hits me in here, He's securing the leg, and when all of a sudden he decides to finish, go ahead. See, now I'm into the wrestling. Notice that if I continue and try to turn over his head, example given here, no, huge, not mistake, but for me personally, I don't want to be doing that. That gives him this much space to finish with his head up. I want to be over that head. See that? If I got to get over the head, use your forearm. See that? And there's so much relaxation and I'm pulling G's. I'm getting my hips to the mat. I'm giving ground with my hips, with my feet. And I'm going to stretch him. So I'm not going to turn over because that's the way he might go. See that? Why wouldn't, if I'm trying to turn over, why finish? Why wouldn't he do that? See that? Go back down. Why wouldn't he do that? Go ahead. See, I come back this way. Relax. As he wrestles me, relax for the effect. I'm going this way. I'm spreading this arm like this. See that? And my whizzer is doing, you guys that like to pull people up, that's what my whizzer does. It pulls him up. When really, for me, I want him on that hip, I want hip ball down that shoulder. He wrestles, go ahead. See, I just come this way. The more I move, the more he moves, the more my hips go to the mat. The more G's I'm pulling. He feels it. Watch his hands. Watch his hands come apart. And I will tell you, come back up. Start here. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. And I will tell you the exact moment when those hands are going to come apart. And you feel it. You feel it. You know why you feel it? Because you're in tune, you're focused, and you're paying attention to every piece of mat that this guy's trying to build. I don't like his head. Forearm. Not hands. Forearm. Boom. There, I'm good now. I'm okay. I'm not good. I got a world-class wrestler on my freaking leg, especially this guy. I'm in huge trouble, but I'm learning. See? Go ahead and finish on me. See, then relax it. Pull that leg in. Don't let me hit that leg. See that? I'm coming. Even though we're circling this way, he feels the weight and the balance. The balance is going like this. See that? Huge skill. Again, I know I keep saying huge. They all are. They all are. Talking about counter offense from a high crotch when I'm on my feet. He can, again, these skills from the single, he could be up on his feet. We haven't got there yet. The double, he could be up on his feet. The high crotch. So right here, when he hits, go down on your knee. He's down on my knee. Thing I want to do right here is I want to get across that head. And what happens a lot, now remember, come back to your feet again. Remember the old clinch. The old clinch. This is really valuable information to the guys that wrestled and competed in that era where there was a clinch going on in there, and the jockeying's all in here. See that? Again, what I want to talk about is the relaxation. Just start down on your knee. I'm on my feet, he's in deep. So go ahead, wrestle me. When he's in, see, I give that ground. See my hands? I'm not trying to rip his head off right here. I'm just really relaxed. I'm getting separation, but I'm not trying to go for broke here. He wrestle with me. He's in here. He comes to his feet. See, I'm in here. And I'm wrestling. So get in there again. I just finished. So right there. See that? Again, the same thing with a double, the same thing with a single. There's a lot of where as he drives, I'm just dropping my hips. It's so hard. It doesn't even make sense after, thousands and thousands and thousands of reps. You think, I want to be in. I want to horse a guy. I want to hit him. I want to smash him. But that's how I'm going to smash him, because eventually I'm going to take him underneath me where I can crush him. So again, in there, he's in there, and whenever you're ready, go ahead. Then I'm in there. Maybe I can't get my hand, keep your head up, right? Get that corner. See, when he's in on that corner, now I got to go back across his head. You're not going to see it on the film, but if there was a pressure gauge where red showed pressure, there would be a tremendous amount of red between my lat and his head. Go ahead and finish. Right here, where I'm getting back this way on him. See that? And he feels it. And he feels it in there. Very, very similar to the other two, the double. Go back, watch. Boom, drop the weight. Drop the weight. This is good if he comes up. If he comes up, sometimes you see guys do this, but like Nogueira was going to do when I did that, he's just going to cut me back. Cut me back. He's coming back. Won't cut me back. Yeah. Right. See, I got it. See, now we're into this kind of stuff. Now we're into this kind of stuff. Come back up. Rewind. So I'm in here. He goes to cut me back. See, my leg is already, the pressure is already ready for him coming this way. Cut me back. My weight is ready for anything that he throws at me there. See that? Huge. Big skill again. Going to talk about some variations from the single. When he comes up in there, let's say he tries to slide his head over and cut. Yeah, just keep his legs. Cut me back. Throw your head. Right there. That's not a problem when you understand that it's a balanced effort. So when he moves me, see, because I'm relaxed and this foot is always looking to spread. Doc Bennett called it spreading the triangle. This foot is always looking to extend him. So if he cuts me back, I'm not lost on it. If he tries to corner out of this thing, I'm not lost on it. He tries to come to his feet, I'm not lost on that. See that? And I'm going to fit my ability to be able to get that leg back is always there. Nothing's a surprise. If he gets to his feet in there, he gets to his feet, he gets my leg off the mat. Now I wrestle into him. Now I want to get this way. See that? He gets that leg, just grab my leg wherever you want it. Okay, I want you to finish. Go ahead. I'm going to go into him. I'm going to take his arms, whizzer, arm. I'll grab anything I can that's legal. In here, in here, in here. Go ahead and finish. And I'm into him. Finish. And I'm into him. See, I'm into him. Right there, you inside trippers. Randy Lewis will throw you into next week there. He'd throw you into next week there. Again, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in here, but as wrestlers, it's inevitable. I could get this deep, right? So go ahead, whenever you're ready, just go ahead and finish. 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 Oh, wasn't good enough. Come back up. Go ahead and finish. Not good enough. Not good enough. Finish. Oh, I relax. I get into it. See that? I get into it. Huge. That way. Big pressure this way. Finish. Into him. And I jam him back. Freestyle. He's taking me through the zone. Push me out. Nope. I'm down low and I'm into him. Here. Leg stretches. Wrestle. Now I can wrestle. Notice the circle, the corner, quarter circle pressure drill, all coming into your wrestling right there. Big, big skill. High crotch variations. Guy gets in, you can talk. We can really do leg attack variations. So, like if I'm in here, high crotch, I throw his head. as I throw that, see that leg work? See that leg work? I can throw the head. I could do the same thing on a single leg. Rewind, rewind, rewind. Go ahead and finish. I can do the same thing there. Throw that head. Get that separation. But he's on his feet on a high crotch. All right? Same thing. Go ahead and wrestle when you're ready. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready, finish. I'm into it. The thing, here's what you got to realize. Right there, you can't see what he feels. It looks like he's just got my leg up and we're dancing. And we're just kind of working on that. So go ahead and finish. See, I am so relaxed here. Finish. I am so relaxed here. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to get finished. But I'm learning the balance of the ballast. I'm learning how to stay on my feet. And the longer that I can stay on my feet, the more it starts to favor this guy. The quick finish guys, where they boom, 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 they're down in their position. See, I'm going to exploit his position. When he moves me, go ahead. I'm going to be into it. But I'm this way. I'm this way. If he circles left, that's right. If he circles that way, I'm into it. I'm into it. Even if he's, go ahead and circle. Even if he circles, see, I'm still into it. And as I'm doing that, I'm driving this leg. I'm not pumping it. You're never going to see this. What happens right there? See that? I got pressure, now I give it back to him. I don't pump that way. It's down all the time. When he grabs my leg, there's pressure down. And if he didn't have a shirt on, you'd see no near his big old lats here. See that? Because he's working for this. I'm not going to do this, because when I do that, that's when he finishes. So I keep my leg down. And I spread him. And even when I'm going back away from his pressure, I still am going forward. You know what I mean? Even as he pushes me back, don't push me back. I'm going forward even here. In every step that he gains on me, I get a little bit more position. I get a little bit more position. I get a little bit more, I get a little bit more, I get a little bit more position. And that's really what you're working on. If he cuts me back, with two knees, yep, right there. If he cuts me back, see, this is a great drill. That was whatever. That was not scripted right there when I fell. Look at how I fell. I fell to my knees, and I'm looking back at my opponent. I didn't fall like this. See, I didn't fall like this. Turn to the left. And then go, oh. That's not what I did. It doesn't matter if the official gives 2 points or not. If he didn't give 2 points, would I wrestle harder to get out of that position? No. No, and that's the hardest thing to instill into the youth and even elite level athletes. You're never beat. And let's say we're in here and do the same thing that you did. And I fail, see, no, wrestle. See, I'm back up. Put me down again. Right here, see, now I corner the shoulder. Look at the shoulder. Rewind, just come this way. Just keep. Look at the shoulder. Advantage counter offensive guy. Rewind, come up. When he cracked me down, turn. Oh, no. So we're gonna crack right toward that. It'd be easy. Crack me down. See, my butt never hit. And then it bounces. And I get the shoulder that came out of that pocket. Big skill. Big skill. Maybe he didn't get to his feet. Maybe he really likes what I'm doing this way and he cracks me down. Just put me down. Rewind, come this way. Sorry, not rewind, move. Right there, freeze. See my elbow? See my elbow? I'm not like this. Hook my elbow, yep. Do your thing. Yep, see that? No. When I fell, come back up. He cracks me. When I fell, I'm here. Now hook my elbow. Obviously, you can't. Look at this foot. Come over here. Look at this foot. I'm hooking. He's going to want to step over that. See that? And I'm wrestling. I'm not on the center of my butt. There's not equal weight on my left and right side of my rear end. I'm really heavy into the side that he's attacking. Go ahead and finish. I'm down. That's what it looks like. Keep coming. Keep turn. Go ahead and finish. See, I'm down with this. See this elbow? I'm down. Wrestle. Keep it. Yep, wrestle. See, I'm in there. Maybe I might come here. No, now finish. I let go, so I'm going to come back and walk again. I didn't like that. But sometimes I might be able to get this going on. Freestyle guy, sometimes I might be able to get this going on. And collegiate, NDS, neutral danger system, or NDZ, neutral danger zone, in there. Big skill. He comes up like fake crack. Fake crack now drive through me. Now I float. Now I read. It's the same thing with a single. It's the same thing with a double. Those are, and we could go into, there's so many tiny, intricate pieces that we could go into that you could take up a whole video just on that. What's happening as he attacks me? When he attacks me in here, no matter what, I'm always down. Whether he got past my head, hands, even if he got past my hips, come to your feet, I'm always getting down and off, in a sense. And I'm starting to get and redirect into my offense here. So when he goes, I'm down into him, and I'm good. Like, here's what you're going to start to realize. That attack, as good as his position was, that's my position. As soon as he came underneath me, my neural networks and all the repetition skills with my muscle memory and my visualization, they all took over at that exact time. And I know exactly where I'm at. I know exactly that I have him. He doesn't have me. And that comes from reps, that comes from practice, it comes from attitude, it comes from focus, it comes from discipline. All the things that wrestling, that's great about wrestling. That's where that comes from. So when he attacks me, see, because I trained when he was drilling on me, I trained visually that even when he's executing on me. When it's his turn to drill, every rep that my opponents get from 5th grade all the way till that last match you wrestled, all the reps that he drills on me, in my mind, I did that. So if he's executing single legs in there, see, I'm in it, see, I catch him. Now I have him. So what's happening is when you're under attack, I start to redirect him, or I start to counter offense. There's a line in there where that counter starts to come offense. Where that word counter offense is such a defining thing, because it's not offense counter. It's a counter. Oh, now I have offense. And it's all positional. Because I don't blur that line. If I'm out of position here, and this happens a lot. Like this, yeah, just hit me here, right? So go back on your knee. This happens a lot. See, I gave my position away there, and I had no business being there. Or you'll see this. He shoots. You'll see this. See that? Or just hit like a single. Or you'll see this. Now here's the thing, you're going to see that anyway, because if I was coaching the offensive side of it right now in this video, we would be talking a lot about how to exploit that corner, how to get to where your opponent can't defend. There would be a segment in there about that. But the thing is, with me, in this video, is I want you to be very, very selfish about the position. So even if he does get this deep on a single, what am I doing? What's the first thing I do? Okay, if you watched the clips before, think about this. What's the first thing that I want to do? I said it when I didn't hit my hip, when I could have hit my, I square. And I look at my opponent. Now on a single leg, what do I need to do? I need to spread this arm that way. So, boom, he's all the way in the corner. I'm going to look at him. See what I'm doing? Oh, where are we at now? Where are we at now? See, we're into that front headlock where we're starting to get back to that line of when does it cross over from counter to offense. And that's really what this sport is about. It's about scoring points. And if I get to a position of counter, just get it really like your best single that you ever might be even on your left hand side. So he's got them. Yeah, that feels a little different. So he's in on me here. Even here, I know what I need to do. See, you can start to see what you've been watching in those previous. See that? See the wizard? See the wizard in here? That's the pride. Don't talk a lot about wizards, but my hands are natural in here. For me, for our team, we talk about wizards. This hand, what's this hand? Not here. It's relaxed. But it's maybe not. When I say relax, it can explode. But it didn't explode this way. Unless he came to his feet. Oh no, I gotta get back into him there. See that? And that's what's happening. That's what's happening the entire time that you're under attack. He's under attack. He just doesn't know it yet. Dropping your hips and not waiting, it goes back to the very, very, very first clip, talking about the fundamental of stalking, talking about the fundamental of, or philosophy of counter offense. Basically, again, this drill is important. This gets that little glitch of wanting to wait out. This will help with those first couple of clips at the top there. This will help get that kind of jump started for you. So all No Deer's going to do is he's going to change level and just shoot double. Boom! And when he does, I'm going to lower my level and I'm going to pancake it. That's all I'm doing. Now watch. Now you coach me. All right, go ahead. But no. You're going live. Coach me. From what you learned so far, coach me. Coach me. Pretty good, right? No. Why? Boom. Think. Why? Not moving. He's selecting when he attacks. He's deciding when he attacks. The whole idea of pressure in wrestling from this guy's brain and the way he thinks about it and what's been on this video is I keep him under attack no matter what. And even when I'm drilling a pancake off of his double leg, this is one of the hardest drills to do from not waiting. So even, and you know what, if he can't get a shot off, then I'll go get another partner. You know, if he's that fearful to get a shot off on me when I'm in his drill the whole time, I'll just get another partner. But he's not. He's game. He's going to help me get better, just like I'm helping him get better. So I'm down in here, and I'm into it. Now he's got to get space, and he can attack whenever he's ready. Boom! There it is. See, I'm into it. Back up. There's my pressure on an intentional release video, which we're not doing. See, I'm into it. Oh! What happened? I broke one of my own rules. I lunged. Did you see it? See that? I gotta go back to work. I still, 54 years old, I still don't know the doggone thing. I'm down low. I'm into it. I'm into it. Ah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, there. That's an easy one. He didn't fake. He didn't fake. That's an easy one. Ah. See that? Again. Again. See the feet? 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 See the hand? See the hand? Even when I don't have my hand. See it? See it? See it? See it? See it? Ah, there it is. See, I got better really, really fast. It came back to me. So I had the one mistake, or the 10, or the 20, or the 50. Doesn't matter. There's no scoreboard in here. There's no scoreboard in here that I see. Doesn't matter how many mistakes I made. It matters what I do with them. Am I aware of it? How do I move forward from it? Well, I had to keep my head down. I don't need to lunge. I don't need to rush. I'll eventually get to this. I'll eventually be able to do this. I'll eventually be able to do this. I'll eventually be able to do this. It's just coming. Right now, I'm working on the response when he attacks me. When he attacks me. Boom! See, I'm in. Sand kick. Boom! Right there. Slow. Slow. Boom! Drive, drive, drive. And then stare him in the eyes and bite his ear off. Good.